Nani? Hello and welcome to a very late start, Cory's Corner. Hope everyone is doing fantastically today. Sorry, just getting the chat shit figured out and whatnot. Hail, hail. Welcome to the Saturday live stream. Today we're talking about anime, and joining me, as you can see, is a very, very special guest of mine. This is NDB604, my very own son. And of course, he's joining us today because we are talking about anime. And this boy loves anime. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hell yeah. How you doing, dude?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And I would like, on behalf of all of my fans and stuff, I would like to ask, or on behalf of Nick or whatever, I don't know how to phrase this. Everyone in the chat, everyone around, say hi. Welcome him to his streaming debut here on Cory's Corner, Toxlot Entertainment. Fantastic. In case you guys don't know, this guy is a killer artist. I mean, he does great work. We can show some of that later if we have time. It'll be fantastic. So, to say hello to the chat, we've got Sean Landrigan. Hello, Nagurdnal. He says, I'm stoked for the finale of Attack on Titan. Can't believe it's still not over after all this time. Indeed. Indeed. And then Snail Messiah says, only half hour late. Better than Midnight's Edge in the morning. Yeah, I was trying to get Nick set, or my boy over here, Nick. Yeah, his name is Nick. I'm just going to say his name is Nick because I can't refer to him as NDB. It's just not hardwired in. But anyway, yeah, I was getting him set up on my old school laptop. It's like fucking 12 years old. So you know how it is. Getting that stuff work. Yeah. And Snail Messiah falls up and we're taking his streaming cherry. Ha 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 ha. Popped your cherry there, boy. Anyway, and then of course joining us also is Germ404 Not Found. He says, hello, nephew.
Hello.
Yes, indeed. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an interesting day. Very busy, but not bad. I guess we'll just jump right into it. Sean Landrigan, of course, brought up Attack on Titan, which I have not had a chance to see yet, but my brother absolutely loves that show. That's Germ404, by the way. And it's...
I've only seen a few episodes.
Yeah, my son's seen more of it than I have. That's just kind of how things work around here. I only watch anime when me and him have time, or it's like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, kind of late. Anyway, yeah. So Nick,
yes.
What animes? Of course, I know this, but you're telling the fans. What animes do you like watching?
Well, wait, which genre or just animes in general?
Just animes in general right now. We'll get to more specific genres here in a little bit.
Okay. Lately, I've been watching a lot of isekai. I've also been watching some other fantasy animes. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. My first time here.
It's all good. It happens to everybody.
I've also been watching one called Misfit at the Demon Academy.
Okay.
Or Demon King Academy. It's cool. The main character in the first episode kills someone, then brings them back to life.
All right, a little blood magic stuff going on. That's fun.
Like a total of like 5 or 6 times. I don't know.
Okay. Snail Messiah says the first time is the hardest. Hey,
yeah.
Indeed. Landrigan says that Attack on Titan is one of the best animes for sure. Anyway, so Nick,
yes.
What specific animes are you watching right now?
I'm watching Aristocrats Otherworldly Adventure for the second time. I'm on the final episode again. I really like that one. Another one I'm watching is, well, I got a cheat skill. Well, you've been
Dude,
watching this one at night. I've got a cheat skill. I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real one as well.
yeah. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that's literally the title of the anime. Then I have a whole I got a cheat skill, or I got a skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world also. Uh
It's par with another in another world with my smartphone.
Also, okay, so one thing at a time here.
Yeah.
The cheat skill one is a very interesting anime. So for anyone who hasn't watched it out there, it is available on Crunchyroll. But um it's a very interesting anime in the fact that it's kind of an isekai but not. He willingly travels between these two worlds, leveling himself up in the video game world, if you will, and then becoming ridiculously powerful in real life. Like the episode I watched last night, motherfucker wrestled a grizzly bear at a retreat. All right. He literally just ran up, was like, "Ugh, you want to fight?" And he threw his ass. I'm like he suplexed a full on grizzly bear. All right. This kid is what, like 16 years old?
I don't know.
Like he's
It,
suplexing grizzly bears. All right. I expect Russians to do this, but not like, dude. But it's
Japanese
also
high school students.
right,
Not
exactly.
Japanese.
Japanese high school students just suplexing motherfucking bears. What? Anyway, so by the way, I cuss a lot, son. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I cuss a lot. So
It's very.
Landrigan says anime titles are getting ridiculous. And he says, reminds me of Dr. Stone.
It's very different from that.
Yes, it is. Dr. Stone was the one where they taught you all the alchemical and
Yeah.
whatnots, like how to make gunpowder. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so the one that I am looking forward to getting to the second season on is In Another World with my smartphone. Originally, when my son told me about this, when Nick told me about this, I was like, this is going to be absolutely retarded. And I have no idea why I'm going to watch it. But then I watched it, and it's actually really, really good.
9 Wives is insane.
Yeah, having 9 wives is a bit much, but you know, hail to Lester San Jose, the skeptic tank. He says Attack on Titan was still going. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Just moving a bit. It's a bit uncomfortable there.
Well, yeah, you got to find a spot that's comfortable for you, for sure. I also need to get you a new chair because that thing that you're sitting in right now is falling apart. But anyway, so what was your favorite part of the first season of In Another World with my smartphone?
Probably the part where he gets the gun.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting because he goes to a world that does not have firearms.
Yeah.
And
He just creates it.
hail to Nate D. It's always good to have the D. So so In Another World with my smartphone, for those of you who have not seen this, I'll give you a quick overview. The main character accidentally gets killed in some freak thing and God is all like, "Hey, bro, didn't mean to do that." So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna
That happened. I've stopped doing that for like 5 weeks. It happened again.
but so he allows this guy to be reincarnated in another world. By the way, for all of you non-anime watchers out there, that's called the isekai. You die in one, get resurrected or transported to another. And he's allowed to he's allowed to build his skills up a little bit, and he's allowed to choose one item that he can take to the other world with him. And that chooses to be his smartphone. Now, normally you're like, well, that's just stupid. But you got to remember the main character has God on his side. So literally, he can do whatever he wants with this smartphone. All of the modern world functionality without having the satellite systems. He can use GPS. So people are like, whoa, he takes pictures, and people are like, oh my gosh. And like all this crazy stuff. And of course, he does have the ability to level up like he's in a video game and various things like that. Or at least that's how it seems. But he can use any skill. This is a great anime if you're just into like pure fantasy. Honestly, it's great.
As we mentioned earlier, he does eventually gain 9 wives.
Yeah, as the show progresses through time. So, okay, this is where it gets into a little bit of lolly territory, and I'm just gonna stop right here and talk about this for a second. The main character's 15. Okay, in some cultures that's classified as an adult, not by my standards, but in the world he goes to, they live in a feudal governmental system. Of course, for everybody out there who knows what that is, awesome job. For those who don't, that means it's a king, princesses, shit like that. Snail Messiah says keeping 9 wives happy is a superpower. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Sean Landrigan says, okay, it sounds like no game, no life. Have you heard of that one, Nick? No game, no life?
No.
Okay.
I have not seen that one.
But
Sounds
this
interesting, though.
It does. And I'm looking forward to watching the second season of In Another World with my smartphone. It's a great show. I would recommend it to anyone out there willing to watch anime. You have to look past certain things, but they do live in a world where it's like acceptable to get married at 12. Of course, the guy getting isekai'd into the world is like, whoa, we ain't doing that. At least in the beginning. And eventually he winds up with 9 wives. It's insane. So you're also big on the big 3, right, Nick?
Yeah, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece.
And you haven't had a chance to watch Bleach yet, obviously.
No. I've only watched a few episodes of Naruto, and we watched a few episodes of One Piece together.
Yeah. And if you can turn your camera just a little bit, he's got this giant ass wanted poster on his wall. The light
It
kind of
has
blinds
glare
it.
on it.
But yeah, there's the Monkey D. Luffy wanted poster. Obviously, my son is a nerd. He really likes that kind of stuff. You're good, dude. You can come back around now. Silly child. What are your thoughts on Dragon Ball? I know you've watched quite a bit of Dragon Ball.
It's pretty good. The fan base still says that Goku can pretty much one-shot the entire anime verses.
I disagree.
Yeah, he can't do that. He can't even do that with his own verse.
Yeah, no, he can't. And I'm just saying, Saitama would kick his ass. Lester San Jose the Skeptic Tank says, I never got into One Piece. It's understandable. It's hard to get into a show that already has 1,000 episodes. 1,000 plus, of course. One day we will own all of those. Period.
That's going to take a long time.
It will, but it'll be in English on disc, and it'll be fantastic. It'll cost about like $4,000 probably to get all of the seasons for that show. Yeah. But so, what's your favorite Dragon Ball so far?
Have to say the original series. It's got a lot of funny humor in it. A lot more than the most recent ones. But my favorite Dragon Ball movie is the only one I've really seen, and it's Dragon Ball Super Superhero. The newest
And
one.
what do you like about that movie so much?
Basically the art style, the fight scene against Cell and the androids.
Okay.
You
Nice.
just ordered that game?
Yeah, Landrigan says he just ordered Kakarot.
I've had that for a long time, and you just ordered it?
Well, Nick, some of us have to spend money on real life stuff.
I know.
Just saying. I wish I was 15 and able to just like blow through money, but I can't. Lucky little shit. Anyway, so the video games of these animes have been awesome so far. My personal favorite being My Heroes One Justice 2, fighting game from My Hero Academia, which actually got me hooked on the show. His fault. Um, if we're being totally honest, like I wasn't super huge into anime growing up and stuff. Like I watched Dragon Ball and a few things here and there, but it wasn't until this guy started watching anime that I actually got deep into it. Like,
My plan is working.
that's good because it gives us a lot to connect and talk about and have fun with. Yeah. Landergan says, "Yeah, I was able to get it for free, so I said, F it." That makes
How'd you
sense.
get it for free?
Because he's the bomb. Duh. The Skeptic Tank says, "I still remember Dragon Ball Z games on the SNES. All the proto mod days."
Interesting.
So, and then what is it Xenoverse? That's the more like
Xenoverse
exploration.
is the one where you could create your own character and go throughout time fighting multiple villains.
Yeah. Which was an interesting game. Most of the anime games that we play are fighting games,
That's
obviously.
pretty much all of them.
Well, there's the One Piece World Seeker.
Yeah,
That was
which is an
um
open world RPG.
yeah, which wasn't bad,
I just wish I could get One Piece Odyssey. That one's more open
dude.
world,
Yeah, One Piece Odyssey is gonna be sick. Like
but it's
we're
only on the Series X and S,
yeah,
which makes me sad.
makes me sad too. But see, he says PlayStation probably via Sony Rewards. I've gotten a lot of free games through that. In See, the free games that they give away can be good every once in a while. It's good, but excuse me, goodness gracious. So, what are your thoughts on One Piece so far? We've been watching that one.
It's good. I'm just waiting till more characters show up
Okay.
and more powers come in.
Visa. It's a credit card. Okay, I didn't know PlayStation had their own credit card. I am curious as to like I want to get to the point where they took that 3-year break from making the show. Because I want to see the rest of Luffy's powers, but I don't want to wait for it. you know,
Yeah.
because Luffy's the shit. Like Luffy is one of the coolest characters ever. He doesn't care about anything but being the best, and
Yeah.
he slays. He slays. He makes some stupid choices, like getting himself stuck in concrete.
He is the
But
plot armor king.
he is indeed. The only thing that he can get hurt by is blades, and he fights people with swords all the time. But is he dead? No.
Well, later on in the series, that changes.
Oh, he gets dead?
He doesn't. I don't know, but there is a specific type of stone or something that can negate devil fruit powers.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Those
There's
are the
also
special
hockey.
bullets.
There's
Yeah.
also hockey, which can negate any devil fruit, except really any except Bartolomeo's.
Okay. Landrigan asks, how do you feel about the One Piece live action? Haven't seen it.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty interesting. Like, I've heard a bunch of stuff about it. Like, it seems good. Like,
I might give it a chance, but I am not.
it's only on Netflix, I thought.
Oh, well, then we'll never watch it because Netflix can eat a giant bag of D. Hail to TZ Burton. Good to see you, sir. So, let's talk about some of the newer animes. I know we haven't had a chance to get all the way through it yet, but Black Clover
Yeah,
is awesome so far. This is one of those where like the main character is a standalone kind of guy where he doesn't have any powers or anything. At least it seems that way. Then he gets powers and it starts kind of like breaking archetypes and stereotypes of what the world itself thinks of these people. Black Clover, of course, being centered around magic more than technology or sci-fi stuff. It is we're apparently very big on fantasy animes.
Yeah.
Landrigan says it can't possibly be worse than Netflix's Death Note.
Ever seen it?
Yeah, I haven't seen the live action Death Note either, but Willem Dafoe as the main demon. Can't remember his name right offhand.
I thought it was Ryuk or something.
It is Ryuk. Thank you.
I mean, his
But yeah,
face definitely fits it. Like all the different
his
like
the
edges.
way he behaves, his mannerisms, his vocal quality, like he'll be a great Ryuk. It's just a matter of like, are they going to do Light Yagami correctly? Did
I
they
thought
do
the
Light
movie already
Yagami?
came out.
It did, but I haven't seen it, so in my mind, it doesn't exist quite yet. But
Fair.
because I love Death Note, Nick has not had a chance to watch Death Note yet, but it is one of my personal favorite animes because of the mystery aspect of it. Because it's technically a standard crime show with supernatural elements, but they're showing you everything the bad guy is doing. And you're trying to figure out, like, is he going to get caught? Is he going to get away? Is things going to go bad? Like, what's going on here? And it's great. Landrigan says Willem as Ryuk is the only good part. Everything else is wrong. Great. That's fantastic. But Light Yagami is probably one of the most engaging and relatable bad guys you could ever see. And that's my personal opinion on it, because you totally understand why he's doing this shit, and you totally get why. Yeah. The Skeptic Tank says I'll have to watch the OG Death Note, then Netflix, but I'll probably get my Defoe as Jesus and Maguire as Peter meme up first. That's fair.
I'm sorry,
Anyway,
but I don't understand that.
don't worry about it. It's fine. Moving on.
Okay.
What animes would you suggest people watch?
Well, obviously any of the big three. That's
Right.
obvious. There is also like Black Clover, the new Gen 3. I was talking to you about them earlier, like
Mhm.
Jujutsu Kaisen, not Death Note, that Ju- I already said,
Yeah,
sorry, I'm
Jujutsu
messing up.
Kaisen, Black Clover, and
Demon Slayer, and then
Demon
there's
Slayer.
also My Hero Academia.
Dude,
It's a debate between like some of them.
okay.
It's still
All
going.
right. Well, I definitely support the presence of My Hero Academia. It should be number one in my opinion. It is my new favorite anime of all time, and we're only in the second season.
Yeah.
I love Deku. Period. He's one of my favorite characters. Because he's the embodiment of perseverance and like critical thinking.
But All Might is the symbol of peace.
Sweet. All Might has half a respiratory system and can only be All Might for 45 minutes. So let's be real. Deku automatically has a leg up. Yeah, it sounds like they're home or she's home. Maybe Charlie's here. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, see right here. I'll have to check out My Hero Academia. I have to watch it. My Hero. Okay. Everyone listening, ever go watch that. Get through the first, is it 12
Yeah.
episodes in the first season?
I think there are 13 or 12, yeah.
Okay. So 12 or 13 episodes in the first season. The second, third, and fourth seasons have 24?
23, 24, yeah.
Yeah. And they're great. You want to talk about character development? This is the show. You
Yeah.
want to talk about engaging storyline? This is the show.
Yeah. Deku will go
Unexpected
from
surprises.
crybaby to #1 hero.
Dude, yeah, and he tells you at the end of what was it, the second or third episode, that's the story of how he becomes the greatest hero in existence. And as you see him go through academia and start his trials and all this other stuff, you see it. You see it like in his very person, in his very being. You see that Deku is going to be the fucking greatest. And I can't wait for him to get the rest of his powers and like actually learn to control it and like not break his body when he uses it. I'm not going to spoil it for people who want to go out and watch it, but this is the best anime I've watched ever. Like, hot take time. Fuck Dragon Ball. Fuck all those other things. Watch My Hero Academia. Seriously. Do it.
Wow.
Anyway, another one that we started watching and that I actually found incredibly engaging is Fairy Tale.
Yeah.
The main character of that has some of the strangest what would you call them, weaknesses, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
of
Like
anyone I've ever seen.
geneticness.
Like, he can't ride in a moving vehicle. Okay, and I don't mean like car specifically.
Any
Right?
moving vehicle, even if it's moving very slow, like 1 mile per hour, he's just like,
It
no.
doesn't. No, he got on a train and got sick. It wasn't moving yet. He was like, huh, and they're like, we haven't even left the station. It's like, really?
I'm sick.
And it's hilarious. He's
He'd much
got, of
prefer
course,
walking.
what's that?
He'd much prefer walking than anything else.
He would. He would. He says, I think I tried watching Fairy Tale. Once you get through the first like 2 or 3 episodes, it actually gets really good and it hooks you. But Fairy Tale's another fantasy one, magic, all that fun shit. But they play into like the varieties of magic that could exist, which I find really awesome. You know, there's dark magic, light magic, creation magic. There's summoning, like gate magic people. What do they call them?
I don't know.
Is it celestial? Hey, Nick, do me a favor and go feed the cats real quick.
Oh, okay. I'll be back.
Thank you. Push Control E.
Control E. There we go.
Yeah, that works. Anyway, so we'll take this moment to just talk with the chat. So chat, is there any animes that you guys would think are awesome and would like me to watch, possibly review in the future? Because I am planning on doing some reviews for some anime once we actually get through them, and I have a chance to actually understand the full arc of the stories. I will go ahead and say that. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Mashal. For those of you who don't know what this is Magic and Muscles, Muscles and Magic. Also on Crunchyroll. It's basically a world filled with people who have magic abilities, except for this one dude who's like, okay, I don't have magic, so I'm just gonna get ripped, and he becomes like the strongest person in existence. Germ 404 says Berserk. I've heard nothing but good things on this. Again, this is on Crunchyroll. It seems like a really awesome anime. The Skeptic Tank says, I've watched and enjoyed those Marvel anime adaptations. Which ones in particular are you talking about, bro? Because while I haven't had a chance to watch many of the Marvel animes and stuff, I know it's not directly connected to them, but the first thing that comes to mind is Invincible, and I'm sure that's not a Marvel story, so at least I have no idea. I haven't watched it yet. I want to. Invincible seems like a really great show, but the Marvel anime adaptations, they did Wolverine, X-Men, and Iron Man. Okay. I would totally watch those. A Wolverine anime would be sick as hell. That sounds badass. That sounds like it'd be brutal and all kinds of fun shit. Sean Landrigan says Oshi no Ko is pretty good. The intro is a banger. Only on High Dive, though.
I have a streaming platform I use on my phone. It's called Venobox.
Venobox.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of anime that aren't on Crunchyroll and stuff, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of High Dive stuff, bunch of stuff like that.
Cool. So, what was this Chinese anime you were watching the other day?
The Daily Life of the Immortal King.
Oh, yeah. that was a very strange show to catch pieces of. I might actually have to watch that one to understand what I saw, but um Lester suggests Grappler Baki. He has the DVD set of it. Never heard of that one. Um, a lot of the older animes and stuff. I don't know if that's an older anime. Let's find out. Grappler Baki. Yep, that's cool.
I
Let's
gotta
see
look it up.
here. Yep, I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing just a basic 1998, and then the TV series ran 2001 to 2007. Baki the Grappler. That actually looks pretty cool. I might have to check that out. It looks like a fighting anime,
Yeah,
obviously, because he's the grappler. But it's
checking.
Landergan says it's pretty dope. I think it was about 2004-ish. Yeah. It came out
I've
around then.
seen bits and pieces of that.
Okay. My friend gifted it, and we were enjoying and laughing at some of the dialogue. I love it when they can inject humor into it. As anyone who watches my channel regularly knows, I am a comedy junkie. So anything that can be funny, I will find it funny, unless it's just a shitty joke. But anyway, he said Netflix released a new version of it,
Gotta
but
put
wasn't
podcasts
into
on.
it. Yeah, Netflix is incredibly hit and miss with their programs. They used to be decent, but right before Cuties came out, I was like, screw this platform. They're just going to garbage and all this other stuff. And yar, you can still find the shows in other places. Yar. But yeah, thinking about those old school animes is kind of weird. Like, because you could go with Neon Genesis, Evangelion, talk about the angels and I want to call him Jaeger because of Pacific Rim, but that's not what it's called. The Evangelion units. It's in the fucking name. Gosh, you'd think I'd figure that out by now. But he suggests Crackle and Hulu. Those are decent platforms. Unfortunately, Hulu's directly connected to Disney Plus now, and I won't touch anything Disney anymore. But
What is Crackle exactly? I
Crackle is
think it's
another
recently
streaming service. You just have to check it out.
Bubblegum
There's
Crisis.
Bubblegum Crisis on Laserdisc. Laserdisc of all things, not DVD, but Laserdisc.
What exactly is
Uh,
a laser disc?
it was like a precursor to a DVD.
Oh, okay.
Bubblegum Crisis. Let's take a look at this. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. So that's a very similar art style to Evangelion. 1987. Wow. See, when I think about those kinds of things, I think about a show called Ramna. And when I was younger, I didn't think Ramna was a bad anime. Okay. But as I got older, I realized how retarded that shit actually is. Okay. Ramna, if you haven't seen it, is about a guy who at night turns into a chick. Bunch of stupid shit happens. There's obviously some fantasy elements into it that like fighting, blah, blah, blah. But like it was so dumb looking back. And I feel that way a lot about a lot of the older animes that I watch. Yes. Peacock has episodes of Ramna. Oh
Peacock
yeah, he
does
has to
that.
be doused in water to turn into a chick. That's right. That's the whole shtick there. It like I said, it wasn't bad when I was younger, but now I'm older and I have a much higher standard. Not good. But thinking back to those, and this is something that Nick has never seen. A lot of these are things Nick has never seen, so he's probably not going to have much to say on this. But like, I love Ghost in the Shell. I
They have
love
the Japanese version on Prime.
really okay.
Yeah.
and I loved, of course, Neon Genesis. I loved Big O. If you guys like giant robot animes are so great. Like you could go to Gundam or whatever, but Big O, if you haven't seen Big O, it's probably the better, in my opinion, of the mech animes. Because it's like vigilante Batman kind of shit, but with a giant ass robot. It's just cool. I like it a lot. Um, Sean Landergan says Standalone Complex is so good. Been meaning to watch it again. Standalone Complex, another one that I haven't seen. There's a lot of animes out there. I mean, there's probably more animes out there than there are any other type of media. TV shows, talk shows, probably not YouTube channels, but still, there's so much anime out there. You could never get through it all, even if you wanted to. Uh, Now Lester's hitting on all, like, check that out. Yes, the Street Fighter anime is still better than the anime adaptation from the video game world. Fatal Fury had promise. The Street Fighter anime is a classic, in my opinion. I want to get it on DVD so that we can watch it all the way through and stuff. Ghost in Shell anime is standalone complex. That's what it's called? Okay. Bad with names. I just push play most of the time. Honestly. Click. Yeah. I don't know the actors' names. I don't know the episode names. Like, I don't know. Push play. Yes, Rising of the Shield Hero, as Nick points out. I've only caught pieces of that, but it seemed pretty good. What'd you think of that one there, Nick?
I'm still only halfway through the last episode of the first season, but it's really cool. Just wish they didn't hate the main character that much.
Is that another isekai?
Basically, well, how it starts is this dude finds a book in a library and is reading through it. It tells him about the four cardinal heroes: shield, spear, sword, bow. Then, for some reason, the book doesn't continue past the other heroes because the shield hero doesn't matter, apparently. And so,
Well, they treat him like he doesn't matter.
yeah, I especially like the names he gave the king and the princess later on in the
Which were
series.
what?
I can't say the first word because you won't allow me to say it. It was the other word for a female dog.
Bitch.
Yes. That was her actual name that he changed it to.
He named her bitch.
Yeah. And her adventuring name is Whore.
I almost spit out my water. You check yourself, Snail Messiah. He follows the rules. Anyway, what did he name the king?
Trash.
Trash. Bitch and trash. Poor bitch and trash. That's hilarious. I like that. See, even Landrigan's all like, all right. Say my name, bitch, whore, and trash. What's up, King Trash? Like, psh. Hail, one man show. It's great to see you, my friend. We're talking anime, of course.
Yes.
Hmm.
My favorite character from that anime is Naofumi Iwatani, the main character.
Okay. Cool. Out of the recent animes you've watched, because it's been a lot.
Yeah.
Which ones do you like the most? Like, which ones are your favorite out of the newest ones that you've found?
That's a tough question.
I don't ask typically easy questions. So
I know.
So while you think about that, he says the Chinese anime, was it English dubbed or Chinese dubbed or English sub? It was actually English dubbed, the one he was watching.
Yeah.
And it wasn't censored with the white blood either, from what I saw.
Yeah, it was really good.
But
That would
yeah,
just make it
I was actually surprised to hear that it was an Chinese anime, because I don't personally see a lot of things coming out of China, mostly because China bad. But just saying. So anyway, back to what I asked you.
Yeah, I'd have to say Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man,
Yeah,
nice.
I still have that picture I drew.
Oh yeah, here we go. Art display time.
My
Check
headphones.
this out.
My headphones.
Oh, he tipped the
All right.
laptop. That's the fan in the background. All right, he's gonna get that going for us. Hold it in front of the camera, son. You don't. Yep. All right. So he drew that. It was paint markers. It was just
And
paint markers, right?
not just paint markers, it's also blush markers and stuff.
Okay. So yeah, this is a personal drawing he did. It's one of my favorites. You know what? Screw it. Let's get into art display time. Get out some pictures, son. Yeah, because this is his big debut on the YouTubes. He couldn't have picked a worse channel to premiere on, but you know we do what we can.
Just
And
a
of
sec,
course,
I
in the
gotta set
background
this
there,
down.
you
Gotta
see all
set
the
this down.
awesome shit. You good? You see all the awesome crap he had back there, like all the posters and stuff on his, and like the Gary and Scorch on his door. Yeah, yeah. Like this kid's a bigger nerd than I am. I don't think you guys even understand. Like I nerd out on some things, but like when he gets going on, he loves it. Like he draws Goku and all those guys like better than some of the animators do, in my opinion. I am biased. I mean, he is the fruit of my loins, so I am somewhat, you know, biased. He says, I appreciate the Skeptic Tank says, I appreciate this format. It shows what you as a dad decide how to hand this stuff down. Oh, well, thank you. Okay. You are back. All right. All right. Explain these as you display them.
This one is Rimuru Tempest from that.
Move your mic to your mouth, son.
Right. Just a sec, sorry. This is Rimuru Tempest from that time I got reincarnated as a slime. This is the human form, obviously. This is the slime form on the shoulder. Yeah, that's Rimuru Tempest. This one is a custom character.
No name as of yet, but
yeah, I have a very tough time coming up with names and stuff.
Most people do, man. Most people do. I
Um,
love the Baraka mouth that's going on with that guy. Like,
yeah.
Because of that, I am hereby asking you to draw some Mortal Kombat characters.
Okay.
He hates it when I ask him for commissions, by the way.
It's because I prefer making more stuff. This one is also a custom character. Don't have a name for this one either.
Okay. Snail Messiah says, paint those on metal plates and you'll make money.
I'm sorry, but I have no paints.
Very cool. We're still working on building his art supplies up. So
yeah.
That's another awesome character.
Yeah, this is a custom one. This is another custom one I made, kind of a beast person, kind of dog. Because you can tell because of the ears. I gave him a little hat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, 15. When you get better at what you're doing, I'm going to talk to somebody named Ripa about getting you a job. Hail to Kenzo UK. It's a pleasure to see you. The Skeptic Tank says you're going to be selling out at conventions in no time.
I've never been to a convention.
No shit. You're still building your skills and your supplies and stuff. I will take you to a convention one of these days.
I know.
One of these times. Anyway. You have more to show? Yeah, he
This
does.
is another custom character I made. It's kind of hard to tell which gender he is, but it's kind of like nondescript. He doesn't, it's a dude, but he doesn't speak and he doesn't show his face. He has like a text to speech kind of like Stephen Hawking type deal.
That's cool. Nice little twist on the character.
Yeah. I made a fox person right here.
Those
So
animal crossovers are really popular in the
interesting.
anime world. So
Very, very, very popular.
Japanese people are weird sometimes.
Don't have a name for this one either.
Right. The Skeptic Tank says, if you guys ever think about going to Portland, Oregon, we do have a Comic-Con, a Wasabi-Con, and a Retro Gaming Con. Hell yeah. Huh. Kenzo UK says, Kitsu.
Kitsu? What is that? Is that like
Might be a
Japanese?
name. Who knows? Snail Messiah says, here's what you could do. Build a platform/portfolio on Instagram, offer commissions from what you can get. From that, you can get art supplies. You're
I
not
don't
wrong.
have Instagram.
Yeah. I know you're young and I haven't done anything. Kitsu is Japanese for fox. That would be the name for your character.
That's cool.
Yeah, Kenzo
Thank
UK. Hail Kenzo.
Thank you.
Any more you want to display?
Yeah. This one, his name, I actually do have a name for this one. His name is Beezles, kind of a play on word for Beelzebub, Beelzebub. He's an
Heck
evil
yeah.
game show host. He traps you on an island where you get chased down by this biblically accurate angel.
Which would
It's
be
really a
terrifying.
demon. It would be a demon. His slogan for his game show is win his challenge, win your soul, lose it, you lose your life.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's awesome.
This one I kind of took inspiration from Aizawa from
My Hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, My Hero Academia. That's my blah, 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 Eraserhead. Yeah.
Yeah, Eraserhead gay I got inspiration from him.
Which is awesome.
Yeah. With the scarf and everything.
Yep. It's great. Again, guys, go watch My Hero Academia. You have no idea how good that show is.
I don't have a name for this one yet, but I made him a while ago. It's a custom character as well. Taking ideas from stuff, like taking inspiration. Like I took inspiration with the hair from a character I can't remember.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to interrupt your art display and have a request for you, son.
Yeah.
Do you have more of your existing character art sitting there?
I have some under my desk.
Okay, well, if you got the Dragon Ball stuff, that is hella good.
Dragon Ball stuff. I haven't dropped Dragon Ball in a bit.
Yeah, still, that's great. Like, if you guys haven't seen his my brain's breaking. If you guys haven't seen his Goku pictures and stuff that he did, go check out and join.
Oh yeah, I can grab that one off the wall.
Yeah, go for it, dude.
Actually, I think I took it off the wall.
Okay. If you guys would like to see some more of his stuff, I do know that some of it is in the Toxalot Town Square Gilded. The link is coming your way right now. If you want to join, it also allows you to join our live streams 15 minutes beforehand most of the time when we're not running late. Allows you to
sorry, having trouble here.
You're good, bro. Allows you to join our streams because I like having it open to anyone in our small community. And of course, there's plenty of small sections, more sections being added all the time. While he does that, I would like to ask you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It does help us out a lot. Continuing to grow towards that 1,000 mark. It's been 3 years and 6 months so far, and we're doing pretty good. We're at 642 last time I checked, so not a bad growth pattern for a part-timer such as myself. Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good, bro. You ain't got to apologize. I'm just gonna mute you. Bloop. I muted him. You see that? Yeah. Anyway,
I'm still.
unmuted. You're unmuted, so don't say anything bad. Haha. One man show says, "Let me tell all my friends." Done. Finished. It took about as long as it would take me to tell all my friends. Yep.
None of my friends are here.
No. I don't mean any offense, Nick, but I would hope that none of your friends are subscribed to my channel.
I know.
Because their parents would be mad at me. You're like, why is my child watching this? Why do you say things like that? Oh my gosh. I can't believe you'd say the F word so many times. Even with your
Sorry.
son on there. Oh my
Here.
gosh.
I have a lot here.
Snail Messiah says, friends, what magic is this you speak of? Yeah.
It's a great magic. It allows you to gain companions.
Yes, it does. It's quite the skill to have. The companion skill is great to have. One man show says, I thought it was a myth, like the unicorn.
Nah, the unicorn is clearly real. We know one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, nah, don't talk about that. Snail Messiah says, is friendship magic? It can be. It can also be a humongous drain on your mental resources.
Yes.
Depending on the type of friends you have. Anyone who's an adult who went through high school already knows exactly what I'm talking about, or even exists in the job market knows what I'm talking about.
Sorry.
You don't have to apologize. Quit apologizing. You are a silly, strange. Kenzo UK says Punicorn. Now that is a rare breed. All right. Super rare breed.
I've only seen one in my entire life.
You've only seen one Punicorn?
Yeah.
I need to talk to you about your browsing habits, son.
What?
Poon is another word for pussy.
Oh.
Poontang.
Seen one.
I know. You're learning things live on air that I shouldn't be teaching you. Gosh.
What do you mean?
Anyway,
I should be learning these things for the future.
I know, right? One man show says, fair enough. It's entirely possible that I'm not the type of ogre a unicorn would want to be around. Well, luckily, ogres and trolls roll together, bro, so we're good. My half Yeti ass is more than welcoming to all the ogres.
If you're half Yeti, then what am I?
Quarter.
Fair.
You're quarter Yeti. Dude's 15. Nick is 15 years old, and you see that beard? Yeah, you can tell he's my son. I mean, shit, look at this beard that boy's already got at 15. What? By the time he's my age, it's going to be like unmanageable. He's going to have to shave for his own physical health. It's going to be like 900-pound beard on his face. It's going to look like one of those dudes that don't have a neck. Just saying. He's got so many pictures, it's taking him forever. See? Sean Landergan says, wow, I thought he was much older. Most people do. When he's the only freshman in his high school with a full beard, it will be an interesting experience for him. They'll be like, did you get held back? Be like, no. They're like, maybe in kindergarten, but not right now.
Yeah, that is a true story. Held back in kindergarten.
For coordination issues, which if you ever saw me move, you'd understand why he has coordination issues.
I only have one Dragon Ball picture. I have a bunch of One Piece, though.
Oh, that's great. I love One Piece. Sean Landergan says, I'm 34 and can barely grow facial. Well, not everybody gets those genes, man. And it's not always fun. I got braids in my beard for the first time. Yeah, just saying. It's nice. Yeah. Getting ready for Halloween. Anyway, you got those pictures for us?
This is the only Dragon Ball picture I could find. It's Teen Gohan. Only one I could find of Dragon Ball.
It's still a great picture.
Do that a few weeks ago. So. Dragon from One Piece, Luffy's father.
Monkey the Dragon. It's a badass looking guy. What's his ability?
We don't really know, but
Oh,
I
okay.
don't really know because I haven't seen that much.
Right.
Uh, but apparently it allows him to like create storms and stuff. I don't know.
Oh, nice. Snail Messiah says my ex called me Patches because that's how my beard grows. That's fair. That's fair.
Um, here's Garp, Monkey D.
Garp,
Garp, Luffy's
Monkey de Garp,
grandfather.
dude. That is so great.
He threw Luffy into a ravine when he was a kid.
Oh, that's a nice guy.
He wanted Luffy to become a marine.
Well,
Speaking of
obviously that
Luffy,
worked out. Monkey de Luffy.
got the whole monkey family right here.
Yeah, you do. Except for Monkey de Mama. Where's that at?
That's kinda hard to say. There are multiple theories on that one.
Okay.
Uh, here's Asta from Black Clover.
Yeah. That is one of the best pictures that you've drawn just for detail wise. Accuracy, everything.
One of the
So
eyes
spot
is a
on.
bit smaller than the other.
Again, it just looks like he's looking questioningly like what?
And then I drew Luffy here.
Oh yeah. Look at that. This is one of his first attempts to include the body,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly. And did great job, in my
Yeah, he's
personal
using
opinion.
hockey right now.
Nice. One Man Show says, I used to draw characters for my role playing game. When I stopped playing them, I stopped drawing. I've probably forgotten how. Don't bet on it, bro. Look, a week of practice and you'll be right back where you were before. At least damn close. Now, what you got for us?
Here's Trafalgar Law. He's another One Piece character. He has the Hito no Mi. I can't remember what it is, but he can create rooms where he can manipulate anything. Like he can cure any disease in them, I think. Actually, no, that's wrong. He can remove anything from them, like people's hearts and stuff.
Wow.
Like he can chop them up into little pieces while having them still be alive. Kind of like the chop fruit that Buggy ate.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Here's Brook, the skeleton, the Soul King. He ate the revive fruit, which when he died, it brought him back to life. He's over 90 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's a pervert. Very big pervert. Asking ladies if you could see their underwear.
Okay.
Goldie Roger.
Goldie Roger. Awesome.
Yeah, King of the Pirates right here. I trapped him inside of a drawing. Sanji.
Sanji's such a badass. Like those kicks, bro. Those kicks.
Yeah, that was Sanji, the cook. Here's Whitebeard. Despite his name, he does not have a beard, like me.
No, he does have a Bruce Campbell style chin.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Here's Luffy, Gear 5. His most recent form. The one that's being animated in a few weeks or so or something. His reveal is coming soon.
Hell yeah. This is Snail Messiah says, and who doesn't love Bruce Campbell? I mean, seriously.
Here's Frankie, before he turned himself into a robot, basically. He's addicted to Coke, specifically cola. I have to specify that.
That's hilarious. That's awesome, dude.
He's
addicted to Coke, specifically cola.
Here's Chopper.
Nice.
The doctor, also Luffy's emergency food.
Emergency food, yeah.
Yeah. And then here's my first attempt at a female character. It's Nico Robin.
Doesn't look bad. The left eye is the one eye is a little off, but
I know. This ear over here is big.
All right. You got one more for us, or are you good?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and wind down now. We've hit the hour mark, so we're going to go ahead and call it good there. Thank you all so much for being here to support my son's introduction to the
Yes.
streaming world.
Thank you.
Thank you for all the love for his art and stuff. I personally, on a very biased level, think he's going to be a fantastic artist. He already is, given his age, but in the future, I have high hopes for this kid in the art world. Kenzo UK says, "Keep up the good work, young mangaka." See, and that's high praise, Nick. You have no idea. That's high praise coming from Kenzo. Like, I know you don't know my peoples, but
Yeah, no
Kenzo
offense, but
knows what he's talking about.
I barely know any of you. No offense.
Barely know
I've
any.
only heard you guys. I've only heard your guys' names. No offense.
Well, there's no offense in the world of anonymity. Names are the only things you usually get. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a fantastic show, and I thank you all very much for being here. In the meantime, Snail Messiah says it's because we're old. That's fair. That's fair. But in the meantime,
I get to know people older than me better than I do my own age.
He does. He gets along with people older than him all the time. So anything you want to say to the viewers before we bounce out?
Thank you for having me. Thank you for liking my drawings. Thank you. This was my first time here. I hope I can return sometime soon.
Well, now that you're a member of the Toxalot Town Square Gilded, any show you'd feel like you'd like to join, you can. And if it's a subject I don't want you to join, I won't let you. But anyway, yeah, I will.
Subscribe to Toxalot on YouTube or Toxalot Entertainment.
Yes, indeed.
I'm not used to the change yet.
I know. It's all good. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get out of here now. So as always, stay sexy, don't get murdered, and have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.